I go by the name Poet K2.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Andrea Greda from Transpoesis, and I welcome you all to this evening, which is the award ceremony of the poetry video competition On the Wings of Technology. We have spent 3 amazing days discovering poets' performances from different places, and we have been crying, we have felt pain, we have experienced joy, and we have been smiling. So all this made us aware that although the world sometimes is terrible, brutal, unjust, as long as we are able to write our stories, and as long as we are able to write our life in poetry, we know that we are alive, and we have discovered how much you are alive. And especially during this time of Corona, we know how difficult it is to create and to raise the voice. And you have done this. And today, we will honor these creative spirits. We will honor this soul who are ready to fight and to tell their stories. And we know that this sometimes is extremely painful, is extremely difficult, because it means to open up and to share what is inside in the heart. But this is what it means to be a poet. And this was also the aim of On the Wings of Technology. It was to allow you to share your story, to share your talent. And this is also why we have organized this poetry competition, so that we can discover your talent and that you can fly on the wings of technology. So I invite the poets, those who have participated in the poetry competition, and I know some of you are waiting since morning to be with us tonight and to hear and to discover who has been the winner of the competition. And this already to say at the beginning, all of you are winners. There is one who will receive an award, but all of you are winners of this poetry competition, and you're a winner in your life. I would also like to invite the jury members who did an amazing job to listen, to discover, to take the time to really be with us with so much passion and with so much love for poetry. Thank you very much, dear members of the jury. And before we start with the ceremony, I would like to invite a special guest. It is a poet. His name is called Mathiop, and he has a poetry video to share with us, which is deeply touching. He is a South Sudanese refugee in Kakuma, and we will start with his poem to open this ceremony award evening.
I go by the name Poet K2. I'm a South Sudanese poet, and the poem that I'm going to be performing is based on early forced marriage. So every year, 14 million girls are married worldwide. 1 out of the 7 from the developing world is married before her 15th birthday, some as young as 8 or 9. And in 2010, over 67 million women aged 20 to 24 had been married off as girls. And if this trend continues, 142 million young girls will be married off by 2030. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's early forced marriage. And it's a high time we stop hearing about this, because if we don't talk about this, then our sisters may be the next victim. So say no to early forced marriage, and this is based on a true story. So hear this. So it's 2 hours past 6 p.m. and I'm worried. My younger sister Atol is not home yet. The last time she came home this late was 2 years ago when she was 16. And I remember her father whipping her so hard, she'll come running to me shouting, "Brother, brother." I'll hold her so tight, wipe her tears and tell her, "Angel, don't cry. Big brother is here." So at this time, I'm worried. And I start making phone calls. I call her friend Nayan. Nayan says, "Atol left 2 hours ago and she looked unhappy." I call her friend Monica. Monica says, "Atol left an hour ago and she took a Bible with her." I don't know where I got all the other contacts, but I kept on calling. 3 hours into calling, and Atol is nowhere to be found. Atol turned 18 a week ago. Oh, so she now thinks she's a big girl. She can come home whenever she likes, go wherever she wants, and do whatever she likes. I swear this time round she's going to get it. Atol, big brother won't be there to wipe your tears. Atol, big brother won't be there to give you a shoulder to cry on. Atol, big brother won't be there for you. But wait, something is not right. Father had visitors today. His 61-year-old friend was here today, and they seem to have been discussing something very serious, and each and every time I overheard them speaking about 100 cows. Oh no, it's not what I'm thinking. I'm just overthinking. But why would father do this? Has the greed of wealth become more important than the dignity of his own daughter? Has the greed of wealth become more important than the future of his own daughter? Atol is almost done with high school. Atol is getting A's in chemistry because she wants to go to the university and study medicine. Atol is getting A's in biology because she wants to be a doctor in the future. So at this time, I'm very freaked out. And I start looking for her. And within no time, I found Atol at a riverbank. She turns around holding a Bible in her hands, looks at me and says, "Brother, go and tell father that I had loved the family very much and had given my everything, but he valued wealth over me." And before I could do anything, Atol had already thrown herself into the river and drowned. And those were her last words. And I'm left there asking myself, what kind of a wicked generation are we turning into? A generation where the girl child is seen as a source of income. A generation where we've forgotten the meaning of gender equality. A generation where we're losing future leaders because of the negativities we're doing today. But actions speak more louder than words. So it's high time we stop hearing testimonies about this and do something about it. Because each and every year, we're losing innocent souls, all in the name of early forced marriage. Poet K2.
So this is a very powerful poem to speak out about injustice, and also a very strong invitation to act, and acting which starts with words, with poetry. This was called Matiop, performing on a powerful poem, and we started the Watermni with this video. Now we are ready for the award ceremony. I would like, and even the poets are very excited to know what, not only who is the winner, but also what the award is about. So we have, for this poetry video competition, we have 3 winners. One winner is the winner, I will not say the name. There are other participants of this evening who will shout out the names. I will only announce that we have a People's Choice winner. So this will be one. And then we have one winner who has submitted a poetry video and who is a refugee. And then we have one winner who has submitted a poetry video as a non-refugee, as the perspective of the society on what it is to be a refugee, and to express this empathic thinking, and to also give that we are one society and that we are connected, and that we also need each other to be whole. The winner, the 3 winners, they will each get $100, and this is to celebrate your victory, that you have the possibility to really express your joy and to share this joy with your friends. And this is sponsored by the Goethe Institute in Kigali. So this is one. Then second, and this is maybe because I'm currently in Switzerland and because I am also Swiss. So what we normally do in Switzerland as a tradition is that we give chocolate. We have some of the best chocolate in the world. Or if you're very lucky, then you get a Swiss watch. But then you need to be very lucky. With this online Zooming communication, it's very difficult to send you over or hand you over either chocolate or a Swiss watch. So then still I felt it would be great to give a prize which has some connection with Switzerland. Now we have this beautiful event in another Goethe Institute, or in Goethe Center, and in the Goethe Center in Mozambique, there will be a film screening with a Swiss film, and the film is called Neuland. And Neuland means, translated, a new country, but also a new unknown territory. And the film speaks about migration and refugees. So we felt this would be very beautiful to bring the poetry videos of the winners to this event. So the videos of the winner will be screened on the 9th of December in Mozambique at the Goethe Center, together with this Swiss film. So to enlarge your visibility and to allow more people to discover your talent and your art. So this is hashtag You Fly With Your Poem on the Wings of Technology, because the title is a reference to internet, which allows you to fly with your poems to every part of the world. And this is also something that was pushed with the corona, which on one side is in more intense, we are confronting more intense regulations, but then also all the creative minds got creative in finding ways of dealing with this situation. Now, there is another way that we want you to fly, and the winners will also, now you're really excited, right? Now the winner will participate in the poetry competition or in the poetry festival, Poetas d'Alma, which means Poets of the Soul, which will take place in Mozambique in November of next year. So you will go there on stage in person. And we hope very much that Corona understands that next year it's time to live and to give us again a place on the stage. And this also will allow the poets to have enough time to come up with some new powerful poems. This is about the awards. And now we will hear who are the winners. So to start with, I would like to invite Mustafa Kaitare, who is from the Transpoesis team in Kigali. And maybe I like to mention this. Mustafa got married 2 weeks ago. So this is why he's smiling so much. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate in that event, and I'm really sad about this. And Mustafa, he always said that I should be the one to go first to get married. I don't know if it's because of age or any other reason, but it seems that I always get caught up by some breathtaking, some poetry activities. So I never get these marriage things done. So I'm very happy that, Mustafa, you have now this ring on your finger. And I'm also grateful that you, yes, exactly. I'm also very happy that you had time to take care of the people's choice voting. And we invite you now to give us news from Kigali, and in particular, to give us news from the People's Choice voting. How did it go? What was the result? Please, Mustafa.
Thank you, Andrea, for congratulating me for marriage. I'm very happy, as you can see behind me. First of all, hi to everyone. I do remember and poets. I'm happy to be with you tonight. I'm really excited to announce People's Choice results. But before, let me say something. We had 9 participants. Bamporiki Elias, Songa Bahati Manase, Dina Elizabeth Kamire, Peter Gitau, Rinze Alice Bugingo, David Ndagishimana, Ihirwe Daria, and David Tuyisenge K. Gakovu, and Courage Steve Shema. And also it was not easy to count votes because the audience were voting very much. So every minute the votes were changing. So it was not easy to count. So allow me to introduce the winner of People's Choice. Koshi.
Okay, we have already
Rinzi Alice Bugingo with 359 votes. over 1,400 votes we had. So she's the winner of People's Choice, Lindsay Bugingo Aris. Please clap for her. She's good. I remember her in
Ali, now continue.
She's there.
Let me see if she's there.
Okay. Yeah. So I would like also to thank everyone, every participant. Oh no, I forgot to mention the name of poem. She had a poem called A Press Recall Poem. It is a nice poem. So I would also encourage others to keep writing, keep expressing the emotions, their stories. It is nice to hear from someone's story. It is nice. It is nice. So also, I would like to, it's my personal, to give special thanks to the second one, but not, he will not get award, but special mention. Mr. Courage Steve Shema. He's the second one with 307 votes. So, and Dina, the third one, she got 249 votes. So I would like to encourage them and others, please keep your work, keep your good work, and fight for the brightness of poetry in Africa and all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mustafa. And congratulations to you, Alice. We just hear the first
place we can call home. Imagine how it feels to be chased out of home. And again, imagine how it feels to see your home on fire. Imagine how it feels to lose everything. Something that you so dearly held on to. Something you loved. Something you worked hard for. From what I remember, there were monsters that would kill and hide behind the species, sweets and ties. The monsters that would chase away families, forcing them to leave everything.
So this is the beginning of the poem of Lindsay Alice Bugingo. And for those who have not yet seen the whole poem, I would invite you to go on our YouTube channel and enjoy the whole poem. Lindsay, a very big clap for you. I would now like to read again the names of all the participants so we know who has been participating. We have Eliseus Pamporinesa with Regardless. We have Songa Bahati Manasse with I Still Stand. We have Dina Elizabeth Kamire, Beyond the Limitations. We have Peter Gitta Kamau with Refugee. We have Lindsay Alice Bugingo with A Place We Can Call Home. We have David, also with the poet name No Stress, with My Country. We have here Guadalia with In Between Four Eyes. We have David Tuisenge Akakovu, The Hard Way, and we have Steve Shema with Where Do We Belong? Now it is time for the jury members to share the winner. Before I do that, or before we will hear the winner, I just would like to ask a short question to the two. We have three jury members. We have Tanya Akrovi, we have, hello, we have Richard Ali, and we have Robin Omeka alias Enigma. And when we had like a talk on Friday and we discovered these three amazing poets, Enigma said that a good poem is characterized by its authenticity. Now, I just would like to ask Robin, what word, what line, or what image did you discover among these poetry videos that made you feel that this is a very authentic poem? Is there a line, an image that you would like to share with us?
Yes. Hi, Andrea. I don't. Hello?
Yes.
Am I audible? Thank you. Okay, good. Yeah, so in my vetting of the pieces and coming up with a final list, actually it was surprising because we almost unanimously came up with the top three with very little differences here and there. But then I'd say the pieces struck us a lot because of their authenticity and how easily the poets communicated very simple messages that touched on our emotions with very simple camera work, very simple editing. Like they took away the judging, or they took our attention away from the quality of the aesthetic and more into the message they were trying to show us. And for these reasons, I think we were all touched as jurists.
Thank you,
Andrea.
Thank you very much. And today we don't see you in person, but this is just to remind all of you that I have seen Enigma performing on stage, and he's an amazing performer. I never forget that, and I hope that very soon we will all have again the possibility to see you on stage. Thank you very much for being such a beautiful member of the jury. Now we also have Richard Ali as member of the jury. And Richard, you said that you have this wish that you would like to discover a new perspective. You would like the poets to make you discover the world in an unknown, different way. Would you like to share what made you discover, or with which word, which image did you were able to discover something unknown, something surprising?
Thank you very much, Andrea, and congratulations to all the poets who sent in their work. We enjoyed going through all your videos and listening to your messages, in each of those poems. To answer your question, Andrea, there's this idea from the American writer James Baldwin about being at an angle to the stairs. So you're somehow in the dark, and then there's the light, and then there's the staircase, but you've not started ascending that staircase yet. And this is what I see in these poems of refugees. You see refugees everywhere, and they are not very different from us. They are not very different from everybody else. They have dreams, they had countries, and this is what has been taken away from them. So they are in a very subliminal space where they are outsiders to two different insights, the countries which they have left behind and to our own societies in which we are hosting them. So what I have found fascinating about these poems is how they speak of this dual exposure, this double identity, this dual vision. And almost all the poems that were submitted have this, this perceptiveness. So this is what I took from this. And I think it also speaks to what Robin spoke about, authenticity, you know, because there is something about it that is inimitable and something that we who are perhaps in our countries with our country's passports, which we might never see. So these poets, all 9 of them are at an angle to the stars, and we thank each and every one of them for giving us the benefit of their foresight and their perception.
Thank you very much, Richard. You also mentioned that you have a contribution in terms of visibility that you would like to give to the poets and especially the winner of the competition. Maybe you share also this wonderful news.
Yes, okay, so I curate something called Poets Talk on Konya Shams Rumi, which is an African poetry digital publishing house, which is based in Lagos, Nigeria. So in order to get these poems out and get these new poets out there in the African space, such that people from other parts of the continent would get to hear your poems and get to know you, the winners of this competition would be featured in Konya Shams Rumi, both the poems themselves and the poets in an interview format. So we're waiting to hear the winners being announced, and we will reach out to you and we will send you all the details to the 3 winners of this competition. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard. This is really beautiful. And I think this is also one of the amazing things about the online events, that the poets are able to be connected with different places all over the world. And already in the jury that we have for this competition, we have Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, UK. So this is an amazing way of connecting with poets all over the world and in different places. Thank you very much. Now, Tanya, you have the difficult and wonderful task to announce the winners.
Yes, and I echo everything Richard and Robin have said already. We were touched, we were moved, and you know, it's always sad that there has to be a winner, because it feels like everyone should have been awarded something in a way, because they were all so honest and really did give us a perspective into lives that we wouldn't otherwise see. But I know, am I reading both the winners that we have? Because we have a refugee winner and a non-refugee poetry winner. Okay, so drum roll. The winner, the non-refugee winner of the Transpoesis on the Wings of Technology poetry competition, video competition, is the poem Where Do They Belong?
Woo!
Woo! And the other winner, the refugee winner, we awarded that to the poem My Country, which again, woo! So those are the 2 winners that we have. And it was very close at the top, with I Still Stand and Regardless coming quite close behind them. So yes, it was quite a difficult decision at the top to differentiate between them. But yes, so Where Do They Belong and My Country are our 2 winners.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Tanya, thank you so much. I would see if the 2 poets are with us and maybe can share a reaction. Steve, do you hear us? And can you maybe share a reaction? Hello, Steve. Steve, do you hear us? Steve, do you hear us? Maybe not. Let's see if we have David.
We have a thumbs up from Steve, so Steve can hear us. Congratulations.
Steve, you want to share a small reaction? How do you feel? I think I don't hear you. Let me see if No Stress Poet is with us. I don't think so. It's lovely that he has chosen this name of No Stress. We have been together in a poetry workshop that we have done once in Rwanda, and I felt like this name of No Stress is like a vision to go for. And at the same time, I think it was very stressful, very intensive to be a participant of the poetry competition. Unfortunately, we don't get a first reaction from the winners, but I am extremely happy, extremely proud of the poets, of also seeing them as the winner of this evening. And we are proud of all of you, dear poets, for participating, for being creative, for sharing your story. So thank you very much to all of you. And I hope that the winners will celebrate their victory.
Hello.
Now we hear someone.
I think it's Steve.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Steve. Are you there to share a reaction? Steve?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, speak loud.
Yes, I'm there.
How do you
Hello,
feel?
I can hear you.
Yeah, how do you feel, Steve? Speechless.
The first thing, I feel great. Yeah, sure. Because we have been all waiting, and it's just wonderful talents competing with them and making sure you deliver something great. It's not something easy, and all of them, they are completely great. So I feel so excited. And it's also good that people out here are standing up, talking, giving voices to refugees and still sharing their reaction.
And where did you find the inspiration for
I
the
feel so excited to be here. Humanity. Hello?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I really
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Then I still think No Stress is not online with us. I hope he has been listening.
Yes, I'm online. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, no stress.
No stress.
So I
hear the news.
I really thank you so much. Even though I'm not the winner, maybe tomorrow I will win. Yeah, I hope. No stress from Hama Refugee Camp. And also, congratulations to those ones who win. They have showed us that they can. Because every competition has the winners and the failures. Yeah. And but what I can say, don't fail to try, but try to fail. I thank you so much. Maybe the next competitions I win. I can say that I'm very happy. I'm somehow good. Yeah, because you see that I have failed. Yeah, I thank you so much, Andre.
No stress. I think there was maybe confusion or misunderstanding because we have two winners. We have one winner who is a refugee, and this is you. So you are one of our winner. And we have another winner, which is a non-refugee expressing his feelings, his vision, his ideas on refugeeness, and this is Steve Schema. But you are one of these competitions winner.
Yeah, okay. Very happy. I'm very happy to hear you again because I've been late to attend here in this live, but maybe I can say that in this night, I can spend the whole night without sleeping because of happiness. I really thank you so much. And even that's the time I've been writing poems because that's why I have heard you that you've said the meaning of no stress. Normally, I found myself living in a camp and I saw that it is not good to keep on being in stress. Yeah, sometimes I make with stress, but I can try to figure out some of the problems I face in my everyday life. So normally, I really thank you so much. Uh, I can't count how I'm feeling. Yeah, and also I did encourage other poets whom have been together in this competition, and also I can tell them that they can keep on writing. So normally when you are writing poems, for instance, for me, I can write a poem. After writing a poem, yeah, when I'm imitating my poem, I can feel good. And also, I really thank you so much, Andrea, because I know it's you who made me who I am today. Because I remember when you came here in Muhammad Refugee Camp to make a competition of poetry. Normally, everything I'm doing today, I found them to you. And also, I thank you so much. I really thank you so much, Andre.
Thank you. You did
Thank
a
you.
great journey. And this is just
What?
one step on this poetic journey. And you are surrounded by wonderful people who want to hear more poems from you. I just would like to repeat the winners so that we all are sure that we know who the winners are. So for the People's Choice Award, we have Lindsay Alice Bugingo with A Place We Call Home. Then we have David No Stress Poet, My Country, for the best poetry video of a refugee. And we have Steve Schema with Where Do They Belong as the winner of the best poetry video as a non-refugee. So these are the winners of the poetry competition on the wings of technology. And this is also to encourage all of you to keep writing and to keep sharing your talents with the world. It is also a way of telling to different culture institutions that the poets are ready to produce and to create. And that in particular during this time of Corona, there is no need to stop fundings because it's the time to support poets, because it's a time to show that they are creative and they can deal with these kind of crazy situations in a very creative, innovative, and dynamic way. And for this festival, we have received support from different institutions who understood and who have this vision that poetry and arts is a place of resistance. It's a testimony to be alive. And it's a force, a strength, a power in this world. And among the partners that have been supporting this event with such a generous way are the Ethnographic Museum of the University of Zurich, Literaturhaus in Zurich, where we could organize a wonderful live performance yesterday evening, Pro Helvetia, who supported our event, the Goethe Institute in Kigali, and the Goethe Centrum in Maputo, Mozambique, the University of Lincoln. We also have Annika, who produced a wonderful performance. And for those who have not yet seen it, the performance is on our YouTube channel online. Please take the time and watch it. We have this collective Sikiliza from Uganda, Kampala. And there is also a wonderful news that we have a partner in Kampala, Alliance Française, who is ready to organize a live performance within the next coming days to allow Kampala audience to discover the poets live. So this is a great news for all the people from Kampala. Don't miss that event. And I would also mention as a special thanks here that there is one person who is with us all the time and who was also putting informations together and putting all them on the website we have. And this is the co-director of the Poetry Refugee Network, Daniele Pantano. A great thanks to you, Daniele. He has also created this poetic bridge between his students at the University of Lincoln and the poets in Rwanda, Kenya, Congo, Burundi. And this is a very important step also to connect us between the continents and to use poetry not only to speak from one heart to the other, but also from one place to another. Thanks to all of you. And this is the very moment to say thank you to all of you, sending you much poetic love, and then also to say goodbye.